So, magandang araw. So, ngayon, we are manage isolation levels introduction. The manage isolation levels module provides you with the instruction and devices to develop your hands-on skills in the following topics. First, manage concurrency with read uncommitted. Second, managing concurrency with repeatable read. Then next, exercise 1, managing concurrency with read uncommitted. An isolation level protects a specified transaction from other transactions to prevent problems that can arise due to current access of data. Then, task 1, demonstrate read uncommitted isolation level. In this task, you will perform the following action. First, execute an update statement that updates the row in the dim product table for the product key 110 and rollbacks the transaction after a wait time of 20 seconds. Second, execute a select query simultaneously with the update statement. The select query reads the record for the same product key 401 by setting the isolation level as read uncommitted. In the last one, demonstrate that due to the read uncommitted isolation level, the select query would read the modified value by the update transaction that was not yet committed. However, rollback after a 20 seconds delay. Step 1. Ensure you have power on the required devices and connect to PLAB SQL Server 1. So, yun. Naka-on na siya. Step 2. From the PLAB SQL 01 desktop, click Start, and click Microsoft SQL Server 2016. Then Management Studio. Loading pa siya. Ito pala ang profile ko. To connect, server dialog box appears. The connect to server dialog box appears. From the server type, drop down list, click database engine. Naka-database engine siya. In the server name text box, type PLAB SQL 01. So yun. Then click connect. Step 3. The SQL Server Management Studio window opens. In the Object Explorer, expand the Databases folder. Step 4. To select the database from the list of database, click AdventureWorks DW 2016 CTP3. To create a new query, from the query ribbon, click New Query. Step 5. The new query pane open. Step 6. To type the following query in the new query pane or copy this. The given query creates a new table named dim product TFP with the records imported from the dim product table in the AdventureWorks DW 2016 CTP3 database. So to run the query, click execute or press F5. The query runs successfully and the result is displayed. Step 7. To create a new query from the query ribbon, click New Query. Type the following query in the new query pane or copy. The given query selects product key and list price from the product time table for the product key 401. Then to run the query, click execute or press F5. The query runs successfully and the result set is displayed. Notice the value of list price column in the result set. Step 8. To create a new query from the query ribbon, click New Query. Then type the following query in the new query pane, or copy. The given query updates the value of list price in dim product temp for the product key 401. The query uses the begin transaction statement and updates the dim product temp table in the AdventureWorks TW 2016 CTP3 database, and then rollback the transaction using the rollback run after 20 seconds delay. Step 9. To create a new query from the query ribbon, click New Query. Type the following in the new query. The given query selects the list price column value in the dim product table for the product key 401. The statement uses read uncommitted isolation level to specify the select statement can read rows that have been modified by other transactions but not yet committed. Press F5 to execute query in the step 8 within 10 seconds. Within 10 seconds, hit the button. Step 10. To navigate the query pane that contains the update transactions specified in step 8. Find the rollback run statement executing successfully after 20 seconds. The number of rows affected by the transaction will show after the process completes. Then next, exercise 2, managing concurrency with repeatable read. In this exercise, you will manage concurrency using repeatable read isolation level. Please refer to your course material or use your preferred search engine to research these topics in more details. Task 1. Demonstrate repeatable read select statement. In this task, you will perform the following actions. First, select all the columns values from the dim product for the product key 401 by setting the isolation level as repeatable read and rollbacks the transaction after a wait time of 20 seconds. Second, after update the content of the product for the product key 401 by setting the isolation level as repeatable read. The last one, demonstrate the due to the repeatable read isolation level set for the select transaction. Step 1. Type the following statement in the new query pane. Type the following statement in the new query window to read records from the dim product.
Hey. Hey. Ano, uy.
The query uses begin transaction statement and set a selection level
Tubungan mo na ba,
to
manok? Natubungan na ba? Chips pa.
the query uses begin transaction statement and set the isolation level to repeatable read. To create new query, from the query ribbon, click new query. For the purpose of demonstration, execute an update statement that updates the same row which the select query reads in step 1 in the dim product table. To update the content of dim product for the product key 401, type the following statement in the new query window. Step 3, press F5 to execute query in step 1. Within 10 seconds, execute the update query step 2. So, wait lang.
Sabi, pabayad na siya, buko ko magali. Oh.
Due to repeatable read isolation level set the select transaction, the update transaction in step 2 is forced to wait for 20 seconds because of the exclusive locks used on the product key 401 rows. The update transaction execute after the select transaction completes the process after delay of 20 seconds. So yun, kaya pala matagal lumabas. So the result pane, ito siya. Step 4, navigate the query window that contains the select query in the step 1. The query in the step 1 will display all committed values before update after 20 seconds. So ito siya. Task 2, demonstrate repeatable read with insert statement. In this task, you will perform the following actions. First, create a table named dim product temp and import records from dim product. Second, select records from dim product temp by setting the isolation level as repeatable read to ensure that no other data until the execution of the select statement in the current transaction completes. Second, the last one, execute an insert query by inserting a new record to demonstrate the new rows are not locked by the select transaction with the repeatable read isolation level. Step 1, type the following query in the new query window. So, click new query. The given query imports record from the dim product table into a new table named dim product temp. Press F5 to execute the query. The query executes successfully, and the number of the rows affected and displayed in the message window. Step 2. Type the following statement in the new query window to read the records from the dim product table. So, new query. Copy natin. The query uses begins transaction statement and set the isolation level to repeatable read. This specifies that no other transactions can modify data until the execution of the select statement and the current transaction completes. Step 3. To create a new query from the query ribbon, click New Query. Type the following statement in the new query window. Insert a new records into the dim product temp table or copy this. Step 4. Press F5 to execute the query in step 2. And within 10 seconds execute insert in step 3. Step execute. Then step 3 execute din natin. The insert query executes immediately without waiting for the completion of select query in step 2. This is because the insert query inserts a new records and the new rows are not locked by the select transaction. In step 2, only the existing records are locked by select transaction in step 2 due to the repeatable read isolation level. So ito. Step 5. Navigate the query with windows that contains the select transaction in the step 2. So ito siya. In the query, in step 2 will display the all existing values before the new insert after 20 seconds. Task 3. Demonstrate repeatable read the update statement. In this task, we will perform the following actions. Select records from the dim product table into temporary table name dim product temp. Second, select records from the dim product temp table for the product keys 212 and 213 by setting the isolation level as repeatable read and rollback the transaction after a delay of 20 seconds. Third, update the dim product temp table for the product key 214. The last one, demonstrate the repeatable read isolation level set on the select transaction, thus only lock the rows for the product key 212 and 213. Hence, the update transaction executes immediately as it updates only the content of the product key 214. Step 1. Type the following query in the new query window. So, new query. Copy natin. The given query imports records from the dim product table into new table named dim product temp. Press F5 to execute the query. The query executes successfully and the number of rows affected is displayed in the messages window. Step 2. Type the following statement in a new query window to read records from the dim product temp table or copy. New query muna. The query uses begin transaction statement and sets the isolation level to repeatable read. This specifies that no other transactions can modify data until the execution of the select statement and the current transaction completes. The given query reads records of the product key 212 and 213. Step 3. To create new query from the query ribbon, click New Query in the query. Click New Query. Type the following statement in the New Query windows to update the list price column value for the product key 214 in the dim product temp table or copy this. Step 4. Press F5 to execute the query. Step 2. And within 10 seconds, execute the update query in the step 3. Execute natin sa step 2. Then, sa step 3 din. The update query executes immediately without waiting for the completion of select query in the step 2. This is because the update query updates the records with the product key 214 that is not read by the select query in the step 2. Only the records with the product key 212 and 214 are locked by the select query in the step 2 due to the repeatable read isolation level. Step 5. Navigate to the query window that contains the select transaction in step 2. So, ito siya. The query in step 2 will display the resultant records and the result pane after 20 seconds. Then next, summary. You covered the following activities in this module. First, managing concurrency with read uncommitted. Second, managing concurrency with the repeatable read. So, yun lang po.